We're here with,
David.
so it's so good to have you. First of all, this really touches base with the whole exercise scene, which we're going to definitely go in depth. But I want the people to know, let's start with the first one. You tell us about your background and how you got involved with the fitness scene in Miami.
All right, so I first did Pilates when I was 18. This was like right when COVID started.
Wow.
I had been swimming throughout high school, but I wasn't able to swim, and my dad's best friend's wife had a reformer that she didn't want, and she ended up giving it to us, my family, so we could try it and use it. And I didn't have a gym or anything, so I just started working out on it, taking YouTube classes, and something about the movement methodology really worked and felt good on my body. Fast forward like a few months later, I found out they were opening a club Pilates by my parents' house, half a mile walking distance, and I was like, oh, I should go take classes. And I ended up getting a job there as a front desk person, and with that I got free classes. I took some free classes. The instructors were like, oh, this looks good, this feels good for you, like maybe you should enroll in a program. And I was at Miami Dade at the time, so I was in no like position to become a fitness instructor or anything, but I ended up going through with it, and I taught my first Pilates class May 5th of 2022, and I was 19 at the time, very young to be teaching Pilates, but my boss took a leap of faith with me, and it's been cool ever since.
What? That's super cool. Like, literally 20. How old were you again? I'm
I
sorry.
was 19 when I
19 years old, not me rounding it up, but like, honestly, that is so amazing that somebody like believed in you. And I think that's the biggest thing to like just have that going. And we're gonna really talk in depth of like how you are such an influential person in the scene. So what makes Miami's exercise culture unique compared to other cities?
Well, Miami's temperature is the same year round, pretty much. Other than rain, we're able to do a lot of things outside. So, beach classes, park classes, run clubs. These are all things that are like really vital to Miami's exercise scene, and something that you don't really see in other places. There's also a lot of like nice views, which make people want to go outside, make people want to be together. Um, and yeah, I mean, Pilates in Miami is huge, spinning in Miami is huge, the Miami Marathon. Um, yeah.
Okay, I really like how you gave like that whole picture because there might be people that don't know all the varieties that lived in Miami. Because like the point of my page is as a local, the point of view of being a local. You're a local yourself,
Yeah.
so Okay, so as far as trends in culture, what are the most popular fitness trends that you've seen gain traction in Miami recently?
Recently, ClassPass has really made it a good and fun idea to go to workout classes with your friends. And that's something that before I feel like working out was something you did on your own. You found friends at the gym, but ClassPass has kind of changed things in a way where like now you and your friends can go take a class together, make that a hobby. Um, and those like outdoor venues like coffee and chill, pups and chill are really cool to go outside and be with your friends, drink some coffee, cold plunge, um, and get a cool workout in.
Nice, nice. I like that. I like that. You know what's like going on in the scene. Um, how has the climate and the beach style influenced the way people work out here? Maybe more on the beach scene.
Muscle Beach
Muscle Beach.
is fun.
It's a thing.
Muscle Beach is great. If you're ever looking for like a cool move to do, go to Muscle Beach. Like you will see people doing handstands, you'll see people doing like really acrobatic things, like guys who are like in their 60s who are like ripped. And it's really inspiring to go there. I like rollerblading there with my friends. Um, and yeah, Muscle Beach is a really cool place. Um, I've always loved those like gym equipment that they have like on a
Mhm.
track at a park or something, where like you could just walk a little bit and stop and like do like a push up, and then walk a little bit and stop and like do that like weird elliptical thing they have. Um, and yeah, I feel like those are like fun things that only happen here.
right? Because and I feel like that's good in a sense to have more of those gym like structures that are in public parks, because it makes it more accessible. Let's say there's some people that don't have the access to go to a gym or have a membership, but they have a public park close to their house, and they can do that, and then maybe it could re-inspire them to go back into exercise.
Totally.
Yeah, and I want to say that you have such an amazing attitude when it comes to being in the fitness scene. It's really inspiring for people that want to get back into it or already in it, and so I want to really give you that shout out.
Thanks. Yeah, I feel like I grew up very ashamed of my my body, my personality, like being more effeminate as a man is like was always I was always very scared to go to the gym, to be in a locker room, and um, I never liked doing sports, being in team sports, and when I started taking workout classes, I felt like I could finally just like find my groove, like find where that fit in my daily life in a way where I wasn't depending on other people's opinions of me, on teamwork, these things that like I don't know,
Right.
they just didn't sit with me, um, because I was so uncomfortable with myself, and like going to workout classes has definitely changed that up.
And I love that for you. I love that now you have this confidence and you're giving people that confidence. And we'll go into depth as to how you do that. Okay. So, do you think that social media plays a role into how people approach fitness in Miami?
Definitely, you're able to find out about events
Mhm.
all the time. There's stuff happening Monday through Sunday. That account, people places things Miami's really cool. They
Shout out to them.
shout out to them. They do like they'll post like things to go out, workout classes to take. Um, and yeah, that's a big way of finding stuff. A lot of influencers also like post their workouts online and stuff. People will host like group classes like at a park or outside. Um, and yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely done those. Like at places like Tropical Park, I've done
Hmm.
it. I've done it as well as like smaller parks around the county. So I definitely have been to those that you've mentioned. And I do like the social media presence because I don't know about you, but like my ads on Instagram now are like, oh, there's this new hidden gem here, go do it. Not just
Exactly.
not just like food and like places to do things, but also like exercise. It's gotten very specific about that. It's really cool. It's really cool. Miami's super diverse. Do you see that being reflected in the types of workouts and fitness communities here?
I would say at first glance, no,
Mhm.
because people tend to like gravitate towards certain things, like
Mm,
the moms like Pilates or like the gym bros like going to the gym.
okay.
But there is a pocket for everyone.
Yeah.
With Pride Lines, we do LGBTQ plus outreach. So a lot of queer people go to those classes. Whereas, like, if you go to Tremble or these other places, there's a lot of girls that go to those classes. And I feel like there's a place for everyone to find their like sense of confidence.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring up those topics because within my whole research and case study about Miami for these past 2 years, I don't know if you've heard of. Maybe I'm saying the name wrong. Tutti Frutti,
Uh
and
huh.
they're a skateboarding group.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've heard of them? Yeah, and
Yes.
they have like skateboarding and rollerblading for the LGBTQA community. So I thought it was really cool. So it's something that promotes exercise, but also like brings that sense of community for those communities that maybe they need a little extra love and TLC to have the exercise community in, because sometimes it can be a little challenging with sometimes different groups of people be like, oh, they don't feel as included. There's
Yeah.
some spaces that unfortunately are not always so safe.
Exactly. I didn't grow up like riding my bike on the street, like how you would see like on
Me too.
Full House, right? Like these kids on bikes or like that's never how Miami was. So it's cool to like be older and be able to like feel like if Miami's a playground is really cool.
And really enjoy it. As you
Yeah.
said it yourself, we have this amazing weather. Well, besides when it gets hot, it's nice year round, so we can do a lot of stuff that maybe in most places you're just kind of freezing and you're just staying home most
Mhm.
of the time. So this next question says, are there specific neighborhoods that stand out as a fitness hubs?
Coconut Grove has a lot of Pilates, has a lot of yoga. Midtown has a lot of spinning and yoga as well. I feel like that Midtown Wynwood area has really made it a point to like have a yoga studio, a Pilates studio at every corner.
Right.
And I use the two interchangeably just because they are both like focused on alignment and on wellness in a way where like a more like hit style or like interval training
Right.
class, if you will, um, is a lot more about just like getting a hard workout in.
Right.
But I don't know. I've seen how like people really want that moment to like zen, chill out, and
Right.
like just be one with their bodies. Um, yeah,
Okay, I really like that. I really like that because I've seen those trends definitely, and also I would even throw in Brickell and South
yeah.
Beach as the other hubs as well. And as far as the hit scene, I've seen it in Kendall and like West Kendall. As you keep going more suburban,
Mm-hmm.
in those areas as well. What would be really interesting as Miami is changing so fast. Um, would we see more of those classes of the that environment as people keep moving down south because it's getting so expensive to live northeast
Totally.
that people that maybe used to live in Kendall now maybe live down south in Homestead because it's better, it's cheaper. Could those classes kind of trickle down at some point? What do you think?
I think they will. One of my colleagues, his name is Arnold Lee. He's from Boston. He taught Pilates in Boston, all over the country as well. And he's moved to Miami because this is
Mm,
becoming an exercise hub.
wow.
He gave up his studio there to come here and explore like what's gonna happen here. Yeah, also I work for Club Pilates. It's a franchise. Franchising fitness is a really big thing right now.
Right.
Jet Set is also franchising. So the franchise like model
Mhm.
is really helping for all these exercise companies to like expand and grow.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense because I guess that makes it more like accessible in a sense to other places that maybe didn't have a Pilates studio. Like
Mhm.
where I live in the Cutler Bay, they recently opened the Club Pilates there.
Mhm.
So it goes hand in hand with that. All right, business and industry. Speaking of which, speaking of businesses, how competitive is the fitness industry in Miami?
I think it's competitive with retention. Retaining
Mm,
a client is very difficult. I mentioned ClassPass. ClassPass is very much like a hobby kind of workout. Let's take Pilates. Let's take a pole dancing class. Let's take a spinning class. And that's within 1 week.
right.
What's going to make someone come back to your class every single week when they have so many options? And it's dependent on the studio, the environment that the studio creates. Um, Pricing isn't so much of a big deal when every company is charging the same amount. When every company is charging a lot for these workout classes, you want to feel seen, you want to feel heard, you want to be able to work on your goals.
Right.
So a good instructor is someone who's able to make you realize that your goals are attainable and help you come up with like a plan for that. um, it's easy to break into the scene if you are able to pay for a certification course. A lot of people
Mm,
become personal trainers, um, and they just go through a 6-month course and they become a personal trainer. Same thing goes with spin instructors. Um, but really retaining clients is where it's make or break for people.
yeah, I mean, for myself as a consumer, it's been hard for me to stick to one place and really commit myself to it. So I totally get that logic of like, okay, but what's gonna make that person come back? You
Yeah.
know? Okay. So, what are some local gyms or fitness instructors that deserve more attention? You,
Okay.
you.
I have to give myself a
Of
like a little
course.
boost. Um, I've been teaching Pilates for 4 years. It's
What?
something that at this point, like I said, a lot of people are breaking into the industry, and um, you really start to notice the difference between someone who's been doing something for over a year and like a rookie. I've worked with a lot of different kinds of people, a lot of different kinds of bodies. I've taught people who are 14 all the way to 95, and help them realize their own potential. And that's that's in part of like the work I do is Pilates. Pilates is all about movement. It's all about just being able to move your body to its full capacity. Um, but yeah, I just have to give myself
And
a
listen, it's
plug.
always good to
Yeah,
recognize that, because I actually took your class not so well, actually a while ago, and I was like, "Wow, this is a really good." And you're just your demeanor, the way you just treated everybody. Mind you, that class was huge. It was at Tropical Park. It was huge. Everybody just brought their own mat, and you went to town. You had your little speaker, and everybody was just closely listening. Even us in the back, we were like, "Okay, this is what we got to do next," and we really felt encouraged to do it. So you know what, shout out to you, shout
thank
out to
you.
you.
I've also taken
Mm-hmm.
Gina Murray's class at Break Free Movement. It's she teaches here in Coral Gables, and she's a Lululemon ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's for a reason because she was so creative with her work, but also made everyone in that class feel so empowered. Like I left there feeling like I was on top of the world, and that just it was cool, as taking a class from someone who's been doing exercise and teaching exercise for so long is very cool.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that. And you know what, shout out to you.
Thanks.
All right, so the next question is challenges and changes. How did the fitness scene in Miami adapt during and after the pandemic?
The pandemic definitely made people realize that if they were going to spend money on something, it it had to have a good vibe, like experience, right? Like now there's all these studios who have which have like colored lights and stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
back then it was just like you would go to LA Fitness with these like tungsten lights, and that was it. But during the pandemic, Lululemon came out with that mirror. Do you remember
I
that
remember
mirror?
I was gonna buy that mirror and
Yeah.
my card declined, but that's a different story.
Or like Peloton. Like
Yes,
Peloton was
that'd be
another thing.
huge.
Yeah, and even Peloton has jumped on like Pilates and yoga, like to supplement the spinning. It like they're trying to give someone like a full-fledged workout plan.
Hmm.
Um and I think Peloton, their stock crashed during the pandemic, but they were able to bounce back because people were like, I need to work out. I need to do this, no matter if
Right.
that's at the gym or at home. Like I need to find a way to do this. And yeah, ClassPass has definitely taken over Miami in the
Yes.
sense of like you can take a class anywhere, any day, anytime, and it's easy to sign up.
Yes. It's very user friendly. I would even say even like Sweat Pals is a
Yes,
big one, and also all the run clubs
yes.
that are popping up left and right.
Oh, the Brickle Run Club is literally like a blob of 400 people running through the
The
street.
Brickle.
It's amazing.
I
I've
love it.
heard that's a really good place to like date. They're saying it's like the new
I love
Tinder.
that. I've heard that run clubs are the new place to go meet somebody. So if you're
Yeah.
single, ready to mingle, you know what to do. Uh, but also, it's interesting. You also said YouTube. So
Oh
tying it into
yeah.
the old school stuff, you actually started with looking at some workouts and doing the workouts on YouTube.
I have workouts that I've been doing since I was 16,
What?
and I just go back to them. Like when I need a reset, when I need
Wow.
like a 10-minute ab workout, like I will watch this one video that I've been watching since I was 16 years old.
Look at that.
And on one hand it's like, okay, I could still do this.
Mm-hmm.
On another hand it's like, oh damn, like I should try this later because I'm not in the same shape I was when I was 16. But
Right.
um yeah, like making like a repertoire for myself of workouts that I could just access any day,
Mm-hmm.
anytime is definitely
You
helpful.
got your playlist ready to
Yeah,
go.
I got my
You
playlist.
got it. Okay, now these are the challenges that. What are the challenges that the fitness professionals face in this city, particularly?
Retention, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, it's
Perfect.
it's making sure that people are coming back to
Mm-hmm.
to your class. That's really difficult.
I get it. I get it 100%. Okay. So I think you actually mentioned this already, but if you do want to say a go-to workout spot or class in Miami, yeah.
A go-to workout spot, I really enjoy going to 420 Space Yoga.
Nay,
Like
shout out to space.
shout out to Tiff at Space. Um, it's really cool to be at Club Space when it's not a club.
Hmm.
Like being there and settling into to your mojo, to your groove, to your yoga is really cool.
Hmm.
Um, and and it's every Saturday at 420. It's really cool.
Yeah.
That's my go-to workout spot.
I think it's actually really cool you mentioned that because it's very hard to get to club space at for literally 4:20 p.m. because it sells out so fast. So if you
Yeah.
ever need tips of how to get into that, you need to figure out the Dice app. It's taken me a while, but that's just me being me. Okay. So what's one thing that you wish more people knew about staying active in Miami? Hmm.
All you need is a mat.
Okay, I love
All
that.
you need is a mat. You don't even need music. Like literally all you need is a mat because the weather is great here. You can work out anywhere. Um, and you can roll out a mat and do a Pilates workout, a yoga workout anywhere.
That's right. And I think it's also ties back into the accessibility that we were mentioning. Now that it's so easy to go on YouTube, could you just do it on YouTube? Like, let's say you go to Tropical Park, for example,
Exactly.
roll out your mat, plop in a YouTube video, and just do it. You just kind of, and it goes
Yeah.
back to the other conversation we're talking about, which is the whole self talk of what you tell people and
Yeah.
how you just build their
It's
confidence.
like you gotta romanticize working out for yourself, at least for the first like couple of times that you do it. Like
Okay.
really, really tell yourself like this is good for me. Like
Hmm.
every second that I'm holding this plank, I'm getting stronger. Every second that I'm holding this squat, I'm getting stronger. Like because it's true. Like
It's true.
workout is so it's not instantly gratifying, but like there is a guarantee that like whatever you're doing is going to get you somewhere. And also like once you start working out, it starts it you really want to like make everything in your life revolve around wellness.
Right.
It makes your life more holistic.
I love that. And it's just so much, like good and just better to just have that overall wellness. It helps you with elements of stress, life, and that balance that, Miami can be a little stressful. Okay, where do you see Miami's fitness culture heading in the next 5 years?
5 years. The big debate right now is Pilates versus Legree.
Hmm.
Pilates has been around since the 1920s and
Wow.
it's changing. It's becoming more intense. The Legree method is all about high intensity,
Hmm.
heavier springs, progressive overload, um, getting stronger
Right.
in a way that's not just about alignment, but about strength and power. And I think that's really going to change the exercise scene because you see guys who have been going to the gym for so many years who are starting to do Legree, who are starting to do Pilates, um,
Hmm.
and it's no longer just like something that like women do.
Okay.
Um,
Breaking that mold.
Breaking that mold definitely.
Hmm.
I feel like exercise dance classes are gonna come back, like Zumba.
Hey, they're
Yeah,
fun.
like how I say like 420 space yoga, like these daybreaker events.
Yes.
Um, those are places where people want to get together and dance, and I think like dance classes will definitely come back.
It's a renaissance of the dance classes.
I think it's a renaissance of wellness, but yes, the dance
Okay.
class definitely.
I remember those back in 2015. Those are a fun time. Do you think there's room for innovation in the way people engage in exercise in Miami?
Yes, because a lot of people go really far for a workout class.
Yeah, I used to do that too.
And yeah, and you find your studios that you really like going to, but you got to realize that like the best place to work out at is the most accessible one. Sometimes that means it's the place closest to your house. It might not be like post worthy, or there might not be like a coffee shop next to it that you can go hang out at after, but just go somewhere that you're going to go back to with nothing really getting in your way.
Yeah, it's like consistency. It's just keep going, and it's really just believing in yourself. And honestly, I just really see how genuine you are, and I want to really thank you for really, not only just giving me the time to talk, but like this connects back to the people that go to your classes. It makes
Yeah,
it meaningful. It's like, hey, like this is what David like does, like how genuine he is. So thank you so much.
thank
Do you have
you.
any shout outs to anything? Maybe, hey, yourself might as well.
um, I I teach at Club Pilates, Kendall, Sunset, Palmetto Bay, Cutler Bay, Downtown Doral, Midtown Doral, West Kendall. Club Pilates is growing. You can take a free 30-minute class whenever you want. Um, and yeah, just follow me on Instagram. My name's David Gonzalez. David Gons on Instagram.
And I love that. So again, thank you so much. And this means a lot. And it's inspired me to get back into
Yeah,
fitness. So I want to tell you that I feel inspired to try
awesome.
again.
Yes,
And maybe I'll go to the Cutler Bay one and I'll see you.
go for
Yes.
it.
So thank you and see